Here's how to make crazy Jersey club tracks on FL Studio. We're going to start by setting our tempo to around 145 beats per minute. We can go slightly slower to around 140 or slightly quicker to around 150, 160, but 145 is the sweet spot. Let's then go into the piano roll by pressing this button up here, where we're going to lay down our chords and our melody. We can press this channel rack button and we can load in a plugin. In this example, I've got two instances of Analog Lab. I'm using the Feather preset and also the Nice Noise preset, where we've got exactly the same notes playing. We're going to start by having a look at what notes we can use in our scale. So we're going to go to View, go down to Scale Highlighting, and we're going to choose the minor scale, and we can choose any root note. In this case, I'm using A sharp. So we can see exactly what notes we can use because they are highlighted in a slightly lighter tone. The darker notes we cannot use. And when I say darker notes, I don't mean the darker notes on the keyboard, I mean the darker notes on the grid. Here's one, here's one, here's one. Now we're going to start by laying down our bass notes. This is a really simple pattern. We're then going to add some chords on top. We're going to completely switch this up soon, so the notes don't actually matter as long as you're in the scale and they sound good in your ear. Right, now here's where it gets really interesting. We're going to go into the channel rack and we're going to send both of these to their own mixer tracks. In this case, 6 and 7. Then we're going to open the mixer track and we're going to go to these inserts and we're going to right click an empty insert, in this case number 25, down the bottom here, and we're going to press route to this track only. And we're going to do this for both of the inserts, which will stop them from being sent directly to the master track and being sent to this insert here. So any effects we add on this slot will be applied to both of those sounds. In this case, we're going to start with a gross beat where we've got the reverse preset set. Here's how these chords will now sound. Now here's a really cool technique you can use. If we right click on this pattern up here, we can click render as audio clip. And then if we open up in the channel rack, we can see that this has been rendered into a pattern, which we can left click and drag into the playlist. Now these chords are just one audio clip, which makes it really simple to use and also to chop up if we want to do that later. Now we're going to start adding everything else. We're going to scroll up here to select an empty pattern and we're going to add our bass line. For this sound, I've loaded up an Omnisphere, which uses this Moog bass preset and the stock plugin 3 oscillators, which simply plays a sine wave that's pitched down 2 octaves or 24 semitones, playing the exact same notes. This acts as a sub bass. For the notes, we can add anything. I've used this pattern here as it complemented that reverse melody that we had. If you're following along with Omnisphere, you'll actually notice that this bass line sounds way more detuned than normal. What we're doing here is clicking into the unison and we're turning this on and then we're increasing the detune just to give it a wider sound. Then we're going to a new empty pattern and we're just going to play the first chord that we played in our original melody. And we're going to play this very repetitively. The sound we'll be using for this is a 3 violin string preset. And here's how it sounds. Nothing too crazy. We're going to change that. Let's open up the channel rack by pressing this button and again assigning it to its own mixer track. We can then go into the mixer track and we can add some effects. In this case, I'm using this Portal preset, which gives it this kind of glitchy sound. Perfect for sitting in the background of the beat to add some life and movement. Next, we're actually going to take a bass preset, but we're not going to use it as a bass line. We're just going to use it almost as an impact or a stab at the beginning of each section. And we're going to play the same bass note as is at the beginning, which is A sharp. Next, we've got this super cool lead sound. For this, we're using Serum. We've got a square wave with some detune, and we've got it on monophonic mode, which means that anytime a note overlaps, so here for example, it will glide between the pitches of the two notes, rather than instantly snapping to the next pitch. We've set a really slow glide time, 520 milliseconds, and we've turned on a formant filter, which makes it almost sound like a human voice. Here's how this pattern sounds. And finally, we just got a really simple pluck pattern. I created this myself using 2 sine waves, pitched 4 octaves apart, and the cutoff being modulated by an LFO, giving it a plucky sound where the filter closes as the note's being played. Here's how the pattern sounds so far. We've got a few more elements we're about to add. One part that I should note is that I've also got an automation clip here. This isn't really that necessary, but it's a cool effect I wanted to add. Where we had the lead here, you remember I told you about the glide time being really slow. We can actually modulate this by adjusting this slightly, going to tools up here, last tweaked, and seeing that this is the portamento time, the glide time, and then pressing create automation clip. So we can adjust these values to make the glide time faster where we want to. The lower values here are where it's faster and the higher values are where it's slower. So now if I play this whole section, you'll hear what I mean with the glide time. Now here's a super cool technique that I love using in all my tracks. I found this vocal on Splice.
Everything you promised me, nothing like I thought it'd be.
I then double clicked into this and sent this to its own mixer track, number 13. I then loaded this up and added a thermal preset and a portal preset, which gave this really cool distorted, pitched, grainy sound. It sounds almost unusable, but if we double left click up here and drag across, we can go to File, Export and Wave File to render this as its own audio clip, like we did with the pattern earlier. We can then drag this in and we can click this button up here to select the slice tool and start chopping out sections that we like the sound of. Here's the chops that I came up with. You'll also notice that I added some reverb. I added this RC20 retro color just to give it that sampled sound. And the Vinyl 1 preset is great for this. Now that we've got that all down, it's time to go onto our drums. This is where the Jersey Club sound really comes in. We'll start by taking a kick sample. This is the Jersey Club rhythm. You play a note at the beginning, on the second beat, the third beat, and then every 3/4 of a beat. And then you repeat this across. Here's how this sounds. I then decided to layer in this breath chant. We then have this stomp, this drill hi-hat sound, a ride, which adds this super cool bounce to the track. You'll notice down the bottom here, I've also adjusted the velocities so that the first note is louder than the second. We've then got this reverbed snap and another snap. I also added this bullet gunshot effect. Not sure how necessary that is for a Jersey Club track, but I liked how it sounded, so I threw it in the beat. And finally, one of the most important parts of the track. This might seem super subtle, but we're loading up a Grain X4 plugin, which is using a morph preset, which uses the morph functionality, which is modulated by a low frequency oscillator to adjust which sample plays at which time, giving us this grainy, glitchy texture, which is great for impact on the track. It might sound like nothing, but in the context of the track, it adds a ton of tension. By the way, this plugin has over 400 different presets utilizing the morph and the glitch functionality, and is currently 70% off, linked in the description of this video, so make sure to check it out. Another interesting effect I've used is taking the kick drum and dragging it into the playlist, then double clicking on this and clicking reverse. I've used the stomp and the kick and reversed them to give this sound. Isn't something that's used in Jersey Club necessarily, and it's something that's used all the time in Brazilian funk, but I liked how it sounded, so again I threw it into the track. Now all that's left to do is structure the track. We want to add and remove certain elements to add variations to this and keep our listeners from getting bored. Here you'll see that the lead is taken out of this section and added back in here. We can also remove drum sections, and we can also alternate patterns to pitch them up, which is what I've done here with the pluck. Oh, and here's a super important effect for the drums that I nearly missed. If we go into the channel rack and we send all of our drum sounds to individual mixer tracks, and then we go to all of these individual mixer tracks and we send them to a fresh mixer track, by right clicking down the bottom and going root to this track only for all of them, we can then add effects. I've added a thermal, which is a distortion sound, and an RC20 retro color, which literally just adds a bit of reverb. But make sure to increase the low cut or the high pass filter so that you aren't adding reverb to the lower frequencies, because that will sound muddy and horrible. Then let's go to our master track and we'll add a soft clipper. This gives us that punchy distorted sound that we hear all the time. I've also added a reverb effect and a small bit of distortion which acts as glue on the master track. The reverb effect, we're right clicking here and clicking create automation clip, and then we're increasing this just before the first drop. This effect is super cool. You'll hear how this sounds in a second. And that's how you make a fire Jersey Club beat on FL Studio. Here's how the final beat sounds. By the way, if you want access to over 400 presets, then make sure to check out Grain X4 using the link in the description. It's my plugin that I designed, so make sure to check it out. All purchases help support this channel, so I appreciate all of you who have downloaded.